What's up, everyone? John Renger from Techno Buffalo here. The Super Bowl was on Sunday, and as big a spectacle as the game was, the advertising is becoming its own thing. The commercials get analyzed, scrutinized as much as the players on the field. So I want to talk about the commercials, talk a little bit about the game, and see whether or not you would have greenlit the tech commercials that aired. Let's go and get started. So each 30-second spot of the Super Bowl costs $4 million. That ain't cheap. And you figure if you're a tech company and you want to make a big splash, spending $4 million is a ton of cash. Is it worthwhile? It's yet to be seen. One thing I never understood though with these giant, huge commercials, obviously they're great for brand recognition. People that might not know your brand are going to see it. Millions and millions and millions of people are watching the Super Bowl. But if you actually want to move product, I always thought it's better to go to the people that can actually influence, that can actually show you what a product looks like, and you can actually see how to buy it. That's sort of the big debate between old media and new media. New media sort of being online, and old media being print, television, and radio. And the Super Bowl is really one of the last bastions of old media. But okay, let's say you're working for a company and you want to figure out which commercial is going to be best for your brand. Let's run through them all. Let's start with Amy Poehler's Best Buy commercial.
Hi, may I answer any questions?
What the heck's the difference between all these?
Commercial. How can you not like Amy Poehler? I love Parks and Rec. I loved her on Saturday Night Live. I think she actually did a really good job. It's been no secret that Best Buy's been hurting. They've really been trying to sort of get their brand back up. Even rumors they might be going back to be private. But I think this actually did a really nice job reminding people that, hey, you can buy stuff not on Amazon. You can also go to our store and not just check them out, but you can purchase products there. You should do that. GoDaddy also made a huge splash, as they do every year. And with GoDaddy, you know what sells. They brought in Bar Raffaele to make out with this sort of stereotypical nerd. And I think everybody sort of had that awkward moment. And they're like, what was that casting session like? So for your job, you're going to have to make out with a supermodel. Life's tough. So things got a little bit squirrely with the Samsung ad.
What's going on?
What are you doing here?
Samsung wants me to be in their new,
Samsung's next big thing. They didn't announce a new product, but they brought in Seth Rogen and Paul Rudd to sort of just riff it for a while. And they went for about a minute and a half. So you're thinking, 12 million-ish bucks for it. They weren't showing a new product. It wasn't the Galaxy S4 or the Galaxy Note 3. It was just for the brand as a whole. And I don't know if Samsung really needed any more brand recognition because they got selling phones left and right, but they definitely did do it, and certainly got a lot of buzz. And there's an extended version online that goes on for 5 minutes. Got Bob Odenkirk in it. If you guys watch Breaking Bad, you know exactly who I'm talking about. He's pretty famous from a while ago, but it was a really interesting commercial. I don't think it was overly effective though. Do you agree? And now let's talk about BlackBerry. Don't call him RIM. If you are barely staying alive, releasing a new product that was to save your company, your commercial better be freaking incredible. And the BlackBerry commercial totally fizzed out. Instead of spending 30 seconds showing you something cool the phone could do, focusing on a new feature, showing you what it looked like, showing you a brand new UI, they spent 30 seconds showing you what the phone can't do. There's the whole premise for the commercial. What the phone can't do. Yeah, I mean, for my money, I would have said the phone can't be Android or iOS, but they didn't want to go that way. They just showed stuff the phone can't do. It's silly. It made no sense. Didn't educate consumers. I don't think it made anybody more excited for BlackBerry, especially spending that kind of crazy Skrilla. You'd figure they'd be more careful with what they're doing. So I'm thinking, being as part of new media, if I wanted to put a commercial out, I think I'd be much better going to someone who could go online. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased. Not only with the online world can you see who's buying stuff, you can track clicks and all that kind of thing, but it's much easier and it's much less expensive. If you go on the Super Bowl, maybe 5 to 10% of the people are your target demographic. Certainly you're helping with recognition for your name brand, but you have no idea how effective it is if they're buying based on what you said. And you can track trends later on and see if spikes go up and your charts change. But overall, things aren't really that quantifiable. So that was pretty interesting. So the folks at Adobe were like, hey, I kind of agree with you. So they got Adobe Marketing Cloud. They put together kind of a cool commercial with animals talking, sort of typical, almost Super Bowl-esque commercial.
Hey, are you shooting a spot for the big game?
Yeah, totally. You?
Yep. Can you believe they spend millions of dollars on these things for what, 30 seconds?
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Saying, hey, can you believe how much money they're spending? Well, you could just go online, you could go to YouTube, you go to Facebook, you go to Twitter, and you could almost let as many people know about your product as you can with the Super Bowl, but spend so much less cash. So I know what you guys think. Do you think it's still great to have these giant Super Bowl commercials that are a spectacle, or if you're a company, are you better off just going online? And if you want to answer the question, you can also enter for a chance to win one of 5 $200 gift cards, because who doesn't like free stuff? Link's going to be down below to go win those gift cards. Also, link's going to be down below to check out the full Animals Talking video. They're cute. There's a horse. Link to both of those are going to be down below. Have you ever bought a product based on an ad? And what was the ad about that you liked enough to actually buy the product? Honestly, what comes to mind for me are movies. When I see a trailer for a movie, it's pretty much an ad. Oftentimes that determines whether or not I go and see it or not. I don't buy that many products, at least I don't think, based on the ads, but I'm sure if I went through and looked at my history, I probably do. So do you guys buy stuff based on commercials you see? You think they're effective? Do you buy stuff based on what you see online? Love to hear what you guys think. I am John Rettinger, and I will see you in the next video.